This realtor just landed a $900,000 listing, the biggest of his career, in under 3 months with YouTube ads. And he did it without wasting time on the garbage tire kicker leads you're probably used to. These sellers come in pre-sold on you, already ready to list their home. And he also has a couple others in the pipeline, including a $1.2 million listing. So let me break down exactly how he made this happen so you can do the same. So you can see the text right here is biggest listing ever in under 3 months with the YouTube ads. The $900,000 listing appointment lady just called me back and told me she wants to move forward. She won't be listing until early next year, but I'm going to get photos taken next week, which is this week currently, and they just signed the documents, everything. And then he also said that'll be my biggest deal ever, which is just absolutely amazing. And the funny thing is about this, I actually had a check-in call with this realtor about 20 minutes before this, and he didn't even know he signed the listing. So he texted me literally 20 minutes after our call, because I do weekly check-in calls with all my private one-on-one clients to make sure we're optimizing everything, getting the best results possible. But that's kind of just a cherry on top. Now, do the calculations as well. $900,000, 2.5% is $22,500, which is pretty sweet. Within 3 months, if you can go and make and put in $4,000 and get 22,000 back, would you do that, right? That's a 5 times ROI, and you can see the exact metrics here. So we had 235,000 impressions, spent about 4,000 on ads, about 2,500 clicks, and we had 29 conversions. Now this is Google's metrics. That's wrong, but you can see the lead quality on these YouTube leads is much higher compared to anything else out there. And this is the timeline as well. We got it on September 5th, so it's about like two and a half-ish months. I don't even know the exact number, but the lead quantity is going to be much lower. So we're getting about 29 leads during that time, and you're closing one of them. So the conversion rate on these is much higher, but also he does have a couple others in the pipeline that I would be shocked if they don't sell. He has one, it's like a 1.2 he had a listing appointment with, and he has a couple others in there as well. So out of that, the typical conversion rate with YouTube ads is roughly 10%. So I'd expect to close about 2 or 3 listings out of these. We already got one, obviously. And he literally texted as well, hey bro, what would doubling the budget do? Right, so we're going to go double down on this, double the budget, and really just skyrocket the results. Now, here is the exact system that we actually use, right, that I use for all my clients to help them scale, and I'll show you all that after. But first of all, we're going to target motivated homeowners. So with YouTube ads, the nice part is it's not like Facebook or Instagram where you're targeting someone who's just scrolling around. You call them, they say, why are you calling me? I didn't click on this. Who the heck are you? My dog signed up for the ad, right? Because those are garbage leads. Those are what I call and what realtors call tire kickers, right? They're just wasting your time. They're not actually they don't have any intent in actually selling. So the first part to getting higher quality leads is you need to change the platform, right? It's like you're expecting to win like the Daytona 500 in like a Honda Accord when you can go choose a Ferrari instead. Right? Obviously, you're going to go with the Ferrari because it's faster. It's more well built for that. If you're going for lead quality, you need to choose the best vehicle, which is Google Ads. And then you break it down into Google versus YouTube. I'm going to show you why I use YouTube. But these homeowners are showing up already sold on the realtors before you ever speak with them. Now, a big part of that is number one, it's all geo-targeted. So you're only targeting people in specific cities. You can also exclude zip codes. You can target specific neighborhoods as well, but it's all geo-targeted specifically in your market. So I know a lot of agents get leads from outside their market. It's just like a waste of your money because you're not going to go drive out there. So with YouTube, you're able to pinpoint exactly where you want to target. Second part of it, and this is one of the biggest parts, is it's all based on what people are searching for. So over on Facebook, people are just scrolling around. They're not actually in the market for a home. And even on like Realtor.com, Zillow, a lot of times they scroll, they're just looking around for homes. They click on something because it catches their eye. Now, a lot of that is buyer leads as well, but there hasn't been a platform that I've seen that can consistently get you highly motivated seller leads, obviously up until YouTube. That's the only platform I've seen where we're able to focus on sellers and actually bring in qualified ones, right? Because anyone can bring in a lead. So what we're doing is focusing on someone who owns a home and is looking up, I need to sell my house fast, how to sell your home, Zillow, home value estimator, anything like this, realtors near me. So we know this person is actively in the market to sell their home. So the average timeline you see on other platforms is roughly, or other online leads, is roughly 6 to 12 months or more. With YouTube, we're prioritizing people looking to sell in 3 months or less, and a big part of it is because it's all based off of their search intent. Now, after we're targeting those motivated people, this is where YouTube really shines, is we make a custom branded video. So this video, it's not like any of the other lead sources you tried where you get people, it's just like generic copy and paste images. Oh, see what your home's worth, get a free list of homes. This is a targeted, custom branded video built specifically for your market. Now, there's four main parts about it. There's a focus on quality over quantity. So we're speaking to the serious sellers only. Those are the only people we're speaking to. So we're not just trying to bring in as many leads as possible. We're only speaking to someone who's actually serious and motivated to sell their home. The next part is it's all tailored to your local market. The more specific, the more geo-targeted you can get with the messaging, the better it's going to resonate. And we're also prioritizing timelines less than 3 months. So anyone looking to sell under 3 months, this is what the entire point of the ad is speaking to. And then again, if they can see you and hear you before they reach out, that's automatically going to improve the lead quality drastically. After that video, we need a way to actually go and capture their information. And I don't use just generic lead forms like a lot of people do, just get a name and number. I want to actually hammer them with questions to improve the quality. So before someone's even becoming a lead, to become a lead, they have to answer all of these questions right here. So, hey, what type of property do you have? What's your timeline to sell your home? Are you working with an agent? What's your address? And then their name, number, email. What a lot of agents do is just get this stuff right here, or they just get their name and email. But the problem with that is then you're just bringing in a bunch of people who a lot of times they forget what they clicked on because there's no friction for them to actually become a lead. Now, the more friction you add, the higher quality leads you're actually going to get, and that's the entire purpose of this page, is to try to pre-qualify and find out do you have intent in selling your home? If you do, then you can come through. If you don't, then you're just going to leave, right? Some people are going to get through like right here, then you're going to be like, okay, I'm not really interested in this. And those are the people we don't want to speak with, right? So the lead cost is going to be a bit higher on YouTube. I think with this agent here, it's been about 50 or 60 bucks, right? That's a bit higher than like Facebook where you get like $3 leads. But of course, the conversion rate on these is going to be exponentially higher. Making sure we're adding friction, asking them questions, pre-qualifying them before they become a lead. So we're only getting people actually worth your time, worth the conversation. After that, after they become a lead, it doesn't stop there. What I want to do is get in front of them again. The more times they can see you and hear you, the better. So I developed this thing called a pre-sale video. No, I didn't come up with it, but I'm one of the first people in real estate space to start using it, or that I've seen. There is for sure other people, but it's very uncommon. Basically what it is it's a quick video where we're pre-handling all the common objections. So write down what are the common objections that sellers, especially from online leads, are going to give you. It's usually about, the market, the timing, I want to time the market, inventory, etc., etc., etc. Pre-handle all of those with this video. This basically is a 24/7 salesperson for you, and then the more touch points you can get, the better. That's a big part of it as well. It's just the more times they can see you and hear you, the longer they can consume your content, the more sold they're going to be on you as a realtor. And the nice part is you record this once with content. You record it once and it runs automatically 24/7 for you. But the more times they see you, the more sold they are. So these homeowners come in, they know you, they like you, and they trust you before you ever make contact with them. And that's one of the biggest and craziest things I've noticed with these YouTube leads when I speak with my agents is they say on these listing appointments that go on over the phone, people are basically begging them to come to their home just because of the dynamic. If you can see someone on your TV, your phone, computer, tablet, you're literally everywhere with these ads. They're seeing you and they're pretty much positioning you like a local celebrity, like a local authority. Of course, you need to have a really good message and everything needs to be clean, branded, professional to you, to your brand, all that. But people, it changes the entire dynamic. You're no longer, it doesn't even seem like you're calling online leads. It seems like you're almost getting referrals because these people are pretty much pre-sold. Now, after that, we're going to get inbound booking. So we've done all the heavy lifting, and I've seen about 1 in 4 leads who come through are just going to book directly on your calendar. Now, this is literally where we get to referral quality leads. I spoke with an agent last week, Mike, he's closed 6 listings in 4 months, a little over $100,000 in GCI from those 6 listings. But he says pretty much every person who comes from this inbound booking is going to list their home. And we get a couple of those a month, right? It's not 100%, but these are going to be the most motivated people because they're already pre-sold. They're pretty much ready to go because they've come through this entire process. They're just booking on your calendar. Then, of course, we have all the automations, everything going out, nurturing them, doing all that for you. But again, just to recap, so we got his biggest listing ever, under 3 months, $22,000 in GCI, 5 times ROI. So if you could, again, put in $4,000, get $22,000 out, I'm sure you would do that, right? And then you just go and double the budget, which this is why this is why I only work with agents like this, where you're actually looking to scale. Because once you put in $4,000, get 22 grand back, then I'm like, okay, let's just double the budget. Let's put in $8,000, we're gonna get 50,000 back. We're gonna put in 50,000, get $300,000 back, right? right? And you can just keep systematically scaling. And the thing is, you're not having to waste your time calling garbage leads. You don't even need an ISA or virtual assistant to help you call these leads, just because they're already sold on you. They want to speak with you, right? And it's a pretty low quantity of leads as well. It's like 10 or 15 a month, right? So that's the entire process right there. Again, it really comes down to pre-sold, ready to go sellers in your calendar. And if you want to learn more about this system and all the other agents I've helped, check the link below. Go book a time directly on my calendar and apply to work with me one-on-one to see if your market is open as well, so I can do the exact same thing for you that I'm doing for all my other one-on-one clients. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.